From the faking and the snaking of the lowly, unrighteous female brand, left to unwind all the fingerprints of the behind. A split head left for dead, a squab for one man. Not to mention there's sparring and spikes of tension, backstabbing and
SHE-PIPHANY is in the building this morning.
And mental sickness.
Playing some Galaxy's Business in the background at 1690 AM The One.
Injected Holocaust.
And I'm here with my dynamic, beautiful, intelligent, lovely, sexy, savvy co-host, EJ Nasila. And we are going to let this play. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Galaxy's Business by Mysterious.
Crowded, lonely streets. Cries between your mountain eyes, and yet your kind do despise. But I can't help but try to silence the cries that continue to dismantle this great female nation. Our sisterhood is broken over stolen goods. Although this mental sickness is misunderstood and camouflaged behind your quest for some penetration.
Don't want to be alone now.
With sorrow and humility, I beg of thee, disarm your self-hate, reroute your face, release your sister. No longer allow pettiness to whisper in the echoes of your soul. You know why? There's enough fish in the sea for us to all have three. Get your appetite right and keep your sisterhood tight. And the goal is for us to always stay in control. If his choices make you raise your voices and behave like the hood slave, itching and scratching in alleys over pieces of old cheese,
I prayed over that. Calm down, it's gonna be okay.
You better off loving this medicine like it's oxycodone, morphine for the fiends, and some Tylenol 3s. I'm just saying. This sickness for brothers has us continually hating on one another. And at the end of the day, well, a clear head has always been better than a quick wet one. If your love for drama makes you forget that you are somebody's mama, then that right there is the first sign that your current love doctor may just be the wrong one. I didn't come to congratulate you on your stupidity, but to bring a word to the wise, bearing peace and love and hair grease, and some sisterly love and serenity. You need medicine for this sickness, not for your body, but for your mind.
I'm a tap like this when it's time.
I hear you.
And start back up.
I'm here now. Take your medicine.
I'll just tap.
Take your medicine. You've been on my mind.
I'll just tap. I'll just tap.
My mind. You've been on my mind. You've been on my mind.
The next song that we play after this will be Heartbreaking. We'll just kind of like let it play through. And the last song I'm in with is the Sunshine song with all the fallen young men. Okay. You can fade it. That was Galaxy's Business, a CD I did in 2010, just a family project for my family as well as my community. And I will be featuring more of that demo CD throughout the show. But we are so excited to be here, SHE-PIPHANY Daytime. We are super excited to be here because... Okay, get the sounds ready, get the bells ready. Yes, we made it a full year. SHE-PIPHANY. It's our 1-year anniversary, and we are super excited. We like to thank all of you for making us your Monday morning choice here at 1690 AM.
Thank you.
It has definitely been a journey. It has been a journey, to say the least. A positive one, though. And that's the thing. When something, I'm a believer that a path will choose you.
That's true.
And then you have to make the choice to sink yourself with it and follow it out.
Path.
And so that's what we've done here at SHE-PIPHANY. We like to pride ourselves on sharing topics that we feel are important, in that a lot of people don't want to talk about certain things, but if we can get the conversation brought to the light and give it some oxygen, well, then we can find some congruence amongst each other. We can find some things that where we relate to one another, and we can then focus on the things that make us one instead of the things that tear us apart.
And even with conversation, you can change, you know, with talking with other people and having a diverse conversation. Don't try not to have a conversation with somebody that's gonna always agree with you, and you know,
exactly.
You have to go outside your circle to experience the real world.
Exactly. Open yourself up to new things. Now, there are some things are my core beliefs. Those things I'm sticking to. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, and there are other things that I know that I can stand to be enlightened on, and I will open myself up to those things.
That's true.
I was having a conversation.
But your core beliefs, though, you know how you said that you basically, you're not, those are your core beliefs.
Yes.
But I think as you grow, you can be more understanding.
Yes.
So, because you're a very understanding person.
I try to be. I try.
I'm just saying that because I'm on air. No, I'm just kidding.
No, she means it. She means it.
But, you know, I think that a lot of people feel like that. I have these beliefs. This is what I stand for. And no one said you can't stand for your beliefs. It's just that have some understanding and grace when someone challenges your beliefs, or, you know, don't believe the same thing you do. You know,
right. Kind of, you know, this world is so diverse.
Yes.
So there's no one thing that works for all. There are many things. I mean, from religion to education to the work field. I mean, there are so many diverse angles of life. And my point is, look, there are many paths to get where we're trying to go. Just as long as you get on one, and let's all get there.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's just get there.
That's true.
So that's what's important to me. So it's cold in Omaha.
Ooh, bitterly.
It's bitterly cold. We had an Arctic blast, and I had explained to my little teeny boppers that like to go out with the
clothes on.
Right,
no
the
clothes,
little shoes. No, they gonna wear some. Mine gonna wear some clothes.
Some don't even like to wear shoes.
Well, I don't know who their mama is, but I know in my house, as my mama used to say, "Why you up in here between Normandy and Weston? This is what we gonna do up in here." But I try to explain them when they say an Arctic blast, baby, that mean that cold shot all the way from the North Pole. So, you know, govern yourself accordingly. Now, do what you got to do, but also know that it's supposed to be in the 40s this week.
Isn't that just crazy?
Yeah, but that's that pneumonia weather.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and old people like me, we know that because we learned the hard way.
I got my sweater. I layered up.
Right. And, you know, like they say, you can learn a lot from a dummy. You can learn a lot from a dummy. And so take it from me. Because now sometimes these pains hit these bones, child. And I don't bit more. I don't remember injuring that. Hey, where is this coming from? It's age. You grow, you learn. Your body, your body is susceptible to so many things. We got to take care of ourselves. Now, before we get started with our topic, I kind of want to hit some, or ask you, what are some of your most memorable topics that we've had at SHE-PIPHANY this past year?
We've had so many. What was the one with Lover Man and Spoozy? I like when we have the men on the show.
Oh, the men! They really bring.
They bring a whole new dynamic, and they're intelligent. their conversation. I like when we have the not really the men versus women, but we have those type of conversations. I like that.
Yeah. It always kind of seems like that because we're taking their viewpoint and ours, and I've never been a guy.
Me either.
So I only know what I know, what my experiences have been. But like we said, we do open ourselves up to try and see life from another angle. And I think that's the beauty of SHE-PIPHANY. We're not a woman panel that's looking to put men down. No, we want to understand you and as well as be understood. And we want to find congruence, you know, because we're raising families. You know, some of us are raising grandchildren. Some of us are, hi, how are you? Some of us are, you know, we're trying to do better.
That's right.
We've got so much ratchetness in our past. Okay, now I know some of y'all don't claim ratchetness, or you ain't never been. You've always been holy. And like I say to you, congratulations. But for the majority of us in District 2, we got some things in our past, baby. We got some things in our closet.
Oh, you had to miss District 2.
District 2.
Oh, because I'm thinking Hunger Games because the new one come out on DVD on Friday, and I already got my popcorn and my onesie.
And your onesie is, oh my God, this girl in this onesie that's what you need in Omaha winter. Right, that's what you need. Don't knock it till you try it, baby. Don't knock it till you try it. I think
which one was yours?
One of my most memorable conversations that we did on SHE-PIPHANY was baby mama drama. Oh, yeah. That was one of them where we talked about having a child nup, like the prenup. We need to get to know these people that we plan on having children with. But lots of times, as usual, we do things backwards. We go from Z to A rather than A to Z. So that was a very interesting topic. We've had special guests that have graced SHE-PIPHANY's microphone. Cynthia Taylor was one. Remember the blues singer?
Cynthia, Miss Felicia.
Yes, Miss Love Felicia. She was here. The dynamic poetress from Omaha.
Lyrics on the show?
Lyrics was here.
DJ
Deja Vu. Yeah, Deja Vu was here. Also, Cassie Tate, the photographer, the entrepreneur. She was here. We've had quite a few guests that stopped in and checked us out and supported what we were doing, and that's wonderful.
We've even pulled people on the show.
Spoozy, Mr. Loverman.
The gentleman that was here, we was talking about race relations, and he was telling us about the...
What's his name? Dave or...
I can't remember, but he was just sitting here waiting for a meeting to start, and we pulled him in on when we was on break.
A lot of our topics, people hear them and they just can't help but have an opinion. They wait a minute, wait. Now this is the way I see it, and we welcome that. Yeah, we truly welcome that,
and I think they enjoy that because it's not threatening. I mean, we have a show that we have our opinions, and you know it's a non-threatening show. We open it up for everyone. We respect everyone's opinion. So I think that's why, like I said, majority of the people just hear it. They have meetings here in the building, and they just stop in and speak and get on the mic.
And actually, if there's anyone here that wants to stop in and grab some refreshments to help celebrate with SHE-PIPHANY, you are more than welcome. Please take some. So this 1 year has really been awesome. We've met some wonderful people. We've done some wonderful things. And it's just been a dream come true. A birthing of many sorts. And just the beginning of where we're going in the future.
That's true.
So, Mr. William King, we love you, appreciate you. King. And also, I'm hoping that...
Hi, Muhammad.
Yeah, and we're hoping to see Antoinette of Hype Vibe. She's the lady that gave us our start. She prides herself on being an organizer, and I can't take nothing from her. She did that, honey. She organized it, and I came on in, and I picked up the ball, and we've been running with it ever since. But we want to pay homage to great people who have helped us along the way. And Antoinette Beckwith, we thank you, and you definitely have been one of them, honey.
Thank you.
Now come on and get your 2 donuts. So, you ready to do our topic?
Let's do it.
Okay, our topic today is genderless society. You know, we have so many changes have taken place in society since the women's lib movement, you know, where the women burned their bras and like, oh no, what a man can do, I can do.
Yeah.
And a lot of women feel what he can do, I can do better. Okay, we are talking about a movement. I'm not one of those. I'm a traditional girl.
Okay.
I enjoy being
pampered.
I enjoy being the woman in the relationship. I enjoy being the mother. And I don't feel right if I have to take on the role that a man does.
Yeah, that's right.
Or that the man would. We got some problems at 5301 if that should come about. And so allow me to be who I'm going to be. But some of those changes are even taking hold with our children.
Yeah.
We used to have girls club of Omaha. Now we have the Boys and Girls Club of Omaha. We used to have the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts. Now a lot of these things have become unisex, and I'm looking backwards, trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
What's the big idea?
I don't know. Thought I was gonna say something.
You are gonna say something. I know you.
I don't know. I just feel that we're as a society, kids are growing up so fast, and I understand that you want girls and boys to learn how to socialize with each other properly. To me, it seems like a place where they can hook up and get their little feels in and find their little boyfriends. It's not, to me, it's just another way of where we're hurting our children. I was in the Brownies and the Girl Scouts, and I enjoyed being around other little girls and learning and having different, diverse friends and stuff like that. So I don't understand why everything has to be unisex. Just like people say that like if we have our own club as black women, we want our own club, and then say a Caucasian woman wants to join, and if we don't allow her to join, well, you're discriminating. Sometimes things have to be, but I get it, because we get mad when they have their own club, and the first thing is racist, so it's kind of like we there's a gray area that no one wants to dip into. Now
sexism is the new racism.
Oh yeah.
In society.
And actually sexism, I don't understand how it's new. It's been going on for many years. Women have been exploited. Women have been treated horribly. So I don't understand how this is the new racism, because it's nothing new about it. It's kind of like racism. Racism, there's nothing new about it. We can give it a new term, but it's still the same thing.
Well, I have to say, I look at you, EJ, and you're a single mom, and you've shared candidly a lot of your triumphs, your struggles as a single parent, which means you're left to be a woman of many hats.
Yes.
And you do a lot. College student, you work in the community, great institutions. I mean, a lot of things come along with you as a woman. But I have yet to see you lose your femininity.
Oh, no, I love being a woman. I love being a girly girl. I love that.
But I love that. I look around,
being a woman.
I look around, and there are so many women, in my opinion, have lost that feminine essence, because of this world, this genderless society, so to speak, where, I mean, it used to be back in the day, the men were the hoes. And hey, we're all adults, so I'm just gonna keep it 100. Yeah. The men used to be the ones doing all the cheating in the back, back going in the back doors and making the babies on the side. Now in today's society, the women are even monopolizing the dating field. They do what they want to do. They do it how they want to do it, and women are stepping to the guys now in the in the clubs or on social media or whatever, they're so aggressive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, I'm all for you being a powerful woman, you know, within your workplace, your home, your community, whatever. We need women. Women are great thinkers. They're great. They can balance so many things. They multitask. They do a lot. They have a spiritual healing inside of them. That's a natural, innate quality. But at the same token, you look around, a lot of the women now, they want to be the men.
Well, for me, I always say this, that women's live.
They want to be the man.
It messed us up, ladies, especially African American ladies. It messed us up. For one, you can't be the man and the woman in your relationship. And if you think about it, that's sick. To me, that's sick. Ladies, if you're looking for a husband, there's certain rules and certain behaviors that have been embedded in us, in our DNA, that you need to conduct yourself. Nobody wants to take, and excuse me, a whore home. Nobody wants that, because if you're sleeping with me, you're sleeping with someone else, you're sleeping with that person. You know, I'm talking about if I was a man, that's what I'll be thinking. You sleep with me, and nowadays we let them know you're not the only one. You know, I can meet with you on Monday, but I got somebody coming over on Tuesday, or whatever. So I'm kind of busy right now. So I mean, to me, if you want a serious relationship, you have to bring something that no other woman can bring to this man. You have to make yourself unique, and we all have unique qualities. And if you're just, to me, like I tell my girls, that's a prize. Yeah, what you have is a prize. Men have paid thousands to women for that prize. You hold on to your prize and you give. I strongly steer them for marriage, but in this day and age, you know, if you have to give it up, make sure he's worthy. Make sure you know that, man, and make sure you know the consequences, because anything can happen on your first time. Your first time could be your last time.
That's true.
So you know, so that's just for me, you know. But as women, we've just lost it. We're independent, and I think it's kind of like when you get an addiction of something.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And it's like, whoo, and you know you're doing something, but it's good to you.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm the woman. I'm wearing the pants. I'm independent. Yeah, look at me. I can buy Cristal and all that. But at the end of the night, who really are you?
No, that's a great question. I'm going to pose a question, and we're going to take a music break, then we'll come right back. And I want to do something a little different. I want to know, in our opinion, yours and mine, because we're the only one here right now, who's at fault for these great changes? Because some say the males dropped the ball, and some say the women just took it. So we're going to play some music, and SHE-PIPHANY will be right back. Stay tuned. 1690 AM, The One. Hostility, staying focused and reaching for your place in this world bears the mask of impossibilities. Out here struggling for life's common needs, like food, clothes, shelter, and love. You end up wrapped up, and you even get trapped up, not even remembering the things that your dreams were made of. Spiraling down like a shooting star, ignited but spited and bound for the ground. But through all of our desperation, we become God's greatest creation. Finding the time to allow light to shine, now visions are found. My story ain't much different than all of the other sad songs that you've heard 1,000,000 times 10. Raised by a single black female in South Omaha projects, I watched her use a broom and a mop to give us more than where she had been. Thank you, Mama. There is no me. My hard-head show made a soft butt. Thought that I knew it all, but I just didn't know enough. Promiscuous, pregnant at 16, stealing food just to feed my son. Learned it all a little bit too late, that love was out my bed, out the door, and on the run. Domestic violence, abuse, and shame. Lost a 5-week-old baby Thanksgiving Day. My broken heart and life in need of repair. Called on my so-called friends, and they so-called just weren't there. I heard a voice from heaven say, oh God. He answered me. He answered me. He seen and heard my crying soul, touched my life and healed my brokenness. I was a wretch, now made whole. You can never judge a book by its cover, because you never know what people have been, and life just ain't what it seems. But now I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm giving God more and not less. And now I'm living my dreams. And now I'm living my dreams. I don't let it go. I ain't let it go. I don't let it go. I'm aiming at the finish line. Trying to touch the sky. I gotta do more than try. 'Cause I'm aiming at the finish line. And that's what I said. And that's what I said. But I'm asking you because I know you're a bad person and you understand these things better than me. And then he just kept feeding. So he would crawl to the bone and you hear him eat a little bit, then he pass out, and he was out. He was literally out, but he's doing better now because now he's up moving. Okay. He's using the bathroom. And at first, I kind of was thinking it wasn't him either. And when he first meowed, I thought he was a devil. He was like, he didn't even have a voice.
Why? Tell him that it's human nature. Why they love me this way? Why they love me this way?
That's what John said. He said,
is it safe to assume that we creatures have been designed to consume oxygen, H2O, and love? Submerge in the aquatic abyss, we miss the sun and land on the moon. Have the knowledge to implant the heart of a baboon. We ride the centuries like biblical centurions. Like the easy breezy wind rides the sweet lips of a monsoon. But yet we in the galaxy claim to be blessed by the trinity of infinity. We conquer all and yet still we fall, loveless and void of love. No believing, that's just what I'm giving. I'm gonna keep it low. I'll be holding on to you. No one can do. All you so-called Jesus lovers that hate your brother, love to be rich in spite the plight of the poor. Assalamu alaikum. You can hide, but you can't fake them, because in love there's only one way that you can take them. When you are professing a daily confession to love him, he who you've never seen, me you have with you always, but you show me wrath, you twist my path, and the do-gooders just laugh as they eat steaks on golden plates and sip from the finest vines of time. But the more you make, the more you're great. The less you earn, the quicker you burn. The sooner you learn, the slower this world turns with our love. So tip your bottles and dance your dreams, ride in your earthly carriages and lace up your bling bling. Count up your chickens before they hatch. Love the ones who love you for your stacks, but please open your eyes before the Messiah comes back and pulls the slack out of your witness. Breaking through the society societal, spiritual, financial, and racial barriers, and he balances this galaxy's business. The galaxy's business is love. Love, 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 love. Lazarus, remember when I begged for the crumbs beneath your table? Lazarus, remember when I begged for the crumbs beneath your table? Lazarus, you remember when I begged for the crumbs beneath your table? The galaxy's business is love. Love, love. Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why they love me this way? Why they love me this way? Why they love me, love me, love me? Why they love me this way?
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
We just featured some more music from Galaxy's Business, done by Mysterious. Yours truly. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. I was just doing something. Just doing something that was. I had all these words and songs inside of me, and I just had to birth them into the community, and that's what I did.
So, what? Give us a history on the song.
The history of that song. I just think about religiously and spiritually how I think that in the spiritual world we've come so far from the true meaning of our spiritual purpose, which is love, and we get caught up in cliques and I don't like you and I don't like you for that, and you're not dressed right and you're not speaking right and you're not educated right, and I got to get the bling bling and I need this amount of money, to fit into this social group, and it has become a circus. And so in my opinion, the mission of the galaxy, not just America, not just Omaha, not just District 2, but the whole universe is all about love. So that's what that song was about.
Well, it was very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to get back to this question since we're talking about a genderless society here at SHE-PIPHANY.
Okay.
Who's at fault for these changes? Because I was having a conversation with my brother, and he's so pro-male. He's borderline chauvinistic at times, but he's from the old school where the men worked and provided, and they got out there and they did these things, and he's such in an uproar now because the women are out and they're doing these things and they're taking care of the men, and he feels the men have lost their place. And I had to tell him, hold on, brother man, if the man was the leader, okay, then did the man do something wrong where he lost his own place and identity, and therefore the women were forced to step up? So in asking this question, I would say that the men dropped the ball. What do you feel? Do you feel the women took the ball or the men dropped the ball?
It's interesting because right now I'm writing a how you doing? Writing a literature review, and I'm talking about in part of it negative stereotypes of black women. And one of them, we all know about the Mammy, the Jezebel, but there was one they called the Sapphire. And the Sapphire is like the Aunt Esther.
Oh, okay.
She's asexual. She's kind of aggressive. And her job is to come on the scene and kind of emasculate the black man. So I'm coming from a media perspective. I think a lot of stuff that they put on TV about us has kind of affected us. It's our frame of reference. Most of our frame of reference we learn is off of TV. And after you see characters, and the research is saying, after you see characters of that, you begin to reinforce that within your household, within your household. Then it's out in your community. So for me, a lot of things that have happened to us as black people has been really mediated and political.
Okay.
And so it's no wonder that you just look at television now through the ages. We were slaves, servants, some of us coons, mammies, Jezebels, all this. And we've been, everywhere you look, we've been put down. Well, even now, our standards are, for especially for black women, we're supposed to look like white women. What white woman do you know that looks like us? But isn't it funny now? They all they're getting the butts and trying to get the implants, all that. So, to me, it confuses us. You know, it confuses us as a people because everything that we have has been taken. Even with our men, you've taken all of our men. So
you mean in what way do you mean they've taken our men?
Like in the penal system, you taken them. You taken them.
The penal system has taken our penises.
Yes, and then we as a people, men and women, black people, we've all dropped the ball because as a woman, and I have to be honest, I have been in this position so long that I wouldn't know how to receive a man right now. I would have to, because I'm going to be on pins and needles, and because I'm used to things being my way for 22 plus years, things have been my way. So to relinquish part of that is going to be hard. He's going to have to be patient, and eventually I'll get there. But, and like for these men, why, and this is what I blame the women, why should he get out and get a job if you're going to take care of him like you his mama? Sometimes we don't.
He should, because it's not that you're taking care of him, you're adding to the pot that is for the family. So he should, just like you should. There is no, hey, how are you? There is no, I'm taking care of you. Or it's not even, it shouldn't be looked that way. It should be looked at that we're both contributing to the benefit of the family.
Well, I think that you're missing something here. I understand what you're saying, but I've seen it. I've seen it from me being a single person. Perspective. 9 times out of 10, he gonna get what he want. Now, are we talking, but first of all, we got to clarify, are we talking about married people, or are we talking about people who are cohabitating, or couples that live together?
I think it should be both, but what I'm saying is we are nurturers within our being. That's who we are. That is our role. But when we talk about a genderless role, we're talking about the lines being blurred. You don't remember what your role is, and I don't remember what my role is, and oh, phooey, nobody has a role. We're just living. And so when you talk about, well, you're taking care of him like you're his mother, what mother is not your role unless it's to your child. You know what I'm saying? So that within there is some dysfunction within our own thinking as women, that because we're nurturers and we're caring, there's a way to care. See, I don't care about my child the way I care about my man. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going to do for my child the things that I do for and with my man, and vice versa. But along the way, with it being that way that you're speaking of, how the women are catering to the men, their egos are becoming more obsolete, rather, and they have lost their own identity. And I'm talking about not just them, even us, because there's a flip side, the yin and yang to each piece. And as a society, we're not taking the clues or the hints that we're given as children of ascribed roles. Used to be when the boys were small, you bought them trucks, you got them the little cap guns. Now they're telling you you're not even supposed to buy your kids guns. I disagree. I disagree. Yes, it's a violent society, but me giving my son that gun, to me, is helping bolster his masculinity. But now you have where it's okay to give the boys the dolls. I disagree because the dolls are associated with mothering. Not that a father can't help change diapers and love on his child, but they're two different sources. Okay. So to me, that's confusion and dysfunction. Now you have the children. I got a daughter that is a brick house. I mean, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous daughter, and she wants to look like a boy. She wants the polo boots, and she wants the Levi jeans, and she wants to, and she's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, got a body out of this world, but doesn't want to show it at all. She wants to be the boy. Now I have a daughter that's the girly girl, then I have another daughter that's the tomboy, and now I raised them both. You know, with the dresses, the socks, the sandals, the purses, the sunglasses, the dolls, all of that. But society tells her it's okay. And so is it just rebellion? Or are a lot of people trying, because I'm not homosexual, gay, bi, or lesbian, or any of these things, but I do try to open up my mind to have an understanding of where they're coming from, because they're here. Mm-hmm. There's no shoving them in the closet. There's no none of that. They are out the closet in society. And at times it feels like they have more rights than we do.
Oh, yeah.
And so society tells her, oh, you don't have to do that. You can wear them Timberland boots. I ain't buying them.
Thank you, because I'm still haven't bought my kids a pair of Michael Jordans.
Yeah. And to me, I still see a daughter where society sees a son. That's what's the word I'm looking for? That's perverted in my thoughts. When you have something that perverts order, then you can look for calamity and chaos. You can look for it. It's inevitable. That's like if the Secretary of State could just flip-flop and be the chief in command at any given time, or the Congressman of Nebraska could just flip-flop and be the Secretary of Defense at any given time. It doesn't work like that. We all have an order. Mm-hmm. We all have a position for a reason. Mm-hmm. You know, and when I talk about my core beliefs, when I think back biblically, and I don't want to use the Bible just for a point, I'm just speaking about me. Mm-hmm. So if you don't agree, my listeners, that's fine. But order and numbers and Seth begot this, and households, and from the house of this and the tribe of that, and da-da-da, all of that were forms of identification, because within those identifications there were certain talents and arts. You know, one tribe was the ones that made all the stringed instruments. That was genetic. One tribe was the one that were good at war. It was genetic. One tribe was one that could make things out of gold, you know. And so we have to relate to something, but the world and society is telling us we no longer need all of this.
Well, the scholars would have told you that was a sexist, very, very, very sexist.
That was sexist?
Very sexist.
Okay, which part?
All of it.
All of it? All of it is sexist? All of it is sexist. I believe you. I'm following you.
Scholars would have said...
Okay.
Shame
okay.
on you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, you hit on the paper. Basically, within the realm of communication, gender identity and all your identities were socially constructed, and gender identity was socially constructed to keep men on top.
Okay.
And white men
on top.
On top. And as the hierarchy goes, it would be white men, black men, white women, us.
Okay.
So we're always at the bottom.
Okay.
With being asexual, that's where they're going. When you said nurturing, they would say that was sexist because that's the gender stereotyping.
Okay.
Because men are supposed to be masculine, women are supposed to be nurturing. Men are supposed to be aggressive, women are supposed to be passive. You know, so we're supposed to be at home, they're supposed to be in the workplace. Mm-hmm. But our society has flipped. Mm-hmm. We have the men at home, and the women are out in the workplace. So this is what the conflict is.
And do you think
within the universities?
If I could interject, and it'll be short. Do you think that also has been constructed by society, also as a setup?
Oh yeah.
Because now society will deal with me when I apply for food stamps or Medicaid or whatever. My husband can't put his name at the top of the application. He can't.
Sure can.
And if he does, they're going to send it right back to you. No, I need you here as head of household. But I'm not the head of my household.
That's right.
But for paper, yes, you are. And we all know that paper is used for statistics.
Yeah.
So statistically, my husband doesn't even count. My black king don't even count.
Doesn't exist.
He doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
So the same
and then
way,
even with us, now that's how they get. Boy, this is a good one. That's how they get our men. You know, like I was telling you about the Sapphire. She's here to emasculate the black man, and actually said is to make the black man relevant, so she can emasculate the black man. So what I wrote in my paper was like, you know, it's mediated, societal. You know, this particular black woman, as we want to stereotype her, is a tool, another tool to emasculate our black man, to destroy the black family, to destroy him, destroy her, destroy our family, and as well as because that spills out into your community. So even with I lost my train of thought, Rochelle.
Oh, you were there. You were right there. I was following you.
So basically, all this has been to steady tear us
apart
as a unit, apart. Now, I feel like this, because we were speaking hypothetically, if your man is at home and now you have to go, it depends on if he's just at home because he want to play video games and kick it.
Right.
But if your man may have lost his job, people, we still in a recession, may have lost his job, yeah. You get up and you take care of your family.
That's
you
right.
take care of your husband. You know,
Big Mama did it in Soul Food.
Oh, she would be considered a mammy. Sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm telling you, all these roles that we have on TV, and we think they're fun. Even when we go out and support even our black filmmakers, but they're stereotypical, and there's a history behind that. The mammy, it came about because we were slaves. She didn't want to be in the white folks' house. She wanted to be with her family, but because you was a slave, that's where you were. So I mean, and so when we look at all these characters, yeah, they're fun and they're good, but look how we have to look at the meaning of it. And I never understood, because I have a professor that he critiques and analyzes movies. I'm like, who does that? I mean, I watch a movie for enjoyment, but doing this project, it was like, damn, there are some hidden messages with it. Even look at Tyler Perry. We have made this man rich, making fun of us. We have made him rich. He is Oprah's best friend, making fun of black women. Making a mockery of us and our history and our struggle and our experiences. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. And also, like, even with them destroying him on paper, they destroy us. Because in research, like I told you before, don't exist.
Exactly.
We don't exist.
We meaning the black female.
The black woman, you don't exist in research. Now, and now you can go into black women study. Of course you're going to have research there. But how many black women studies departments do you see?
Right.
Even with black studies department, they're still, and not taking anything from the department, but it's more about the black man. Within women's studies, it's still not. You may get a chapter or two, or maybe a part of a chapter, a section in a chapter about the black woman. But that's about white women. We don't have anything about us.
But I tell you who does exist. Beyonce, Sierra's, you know, Rihanna's.
Yes.
the one that is incredibly talented, but can't bring her voice or her talent to the light without showing her body.
That's how
they exist, and yet here.
And wait a minute, not to cut you off. But have you noticed when they first come out, and maybe this is just me, and I don't want to start rumors, so this is just my opinion, that when they first started out, their skin tone was a little bit darker.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly, exactly.
Because I'm getting eyes.
Well, I mean, we've seen that with Michael Jackson. We've seen that with all the stars. I mean,
but I was just noticing that when I looked at
when you start making money, you have access to some of the most miraculous beauty creams. And look at Luther with the fat Luther with the curl, and the skinny Luther with the little box top. So that's just society. But we don't exist.
No, we don't.
But if we're willing to take our clothes off, which is now another constructed placement of the black woman, and here Beyonce's out on the scene telling us this is what it means to make it. No, that's not what it means to make it.
Because if that's what it means to make it, then Patti LaBelle needs to start
should make it. Right. Aretha Franklin. Right.
Gladys Knight, you too.
Right. Come on out with it.
It was Shaka Khan. She about to get naked. She didn't lost all that weight.
Right.
Go, girl.
Right. And so that's those.
Oh, did you see the YouTube thing I sent you?
No, babe.
There was interviewing Shaka Khan.
Oh, when she rolled her eyes?
Yeah, and they mentioned Beyonce, and she was like, no, you...
Because she knows what it means, Now, for modern society, maybe Beyonce works.
She's an icon.
Yeah, she works for them. But we know that this generation is very shallow.
Oh, yes.
And they ain't working with many marbles, a few. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are some great people out here. Now, as far as a performer, and I don't really want to knock her down like that, because whatever your tool is
but there's responsibility.
Get out there. Well, she's responsible to her bank. So I can't say she's not responsible. She's responsible to herself. But every tub will have to sit on its own bottom. And even if she's doing what she's doing now, she feels she's doing right, at some point in this woman's life. Because, see, she's just flesh and bone like you and I.
That's right.
Now, we might have more flesh on our bones
That's
than
okay.
she do.
We're not cold.
But she's human just like us.
That's right.
And life is not discriminative based on your social class. It's not discriminative. She gonna have something that she's gonna have to come to terms with, her actions and her behaviors.
And one thing that you said that really got me thinking is, like, we was having a conversation, and you said, and I think we might have been talking about this. And you said, basically that just because someone gives, how we people give money back to the community. He was like, that doesn't mean that their heart's right.
Right.
And I had to check myself. I was like, you right. Because sometimes I do give because it's the right thing to do, but I really don't want to do it. And he was like, yep. And I was like, I have to work on that. I have to work, because it's kind of like, okay, when I'm going to get it back? When we get back? So, and that was really profound for me.
The Creator looks at our heart, not our actions. I've been taught that in the end, there are going to be people saying, but I did this, and I did that, and I did that. He ain't going to say, depart from me, because I know you're not. So it's not about the things that we do. It's the essence within our heart. See, man can't see our heart. Man can only see that money or what we do. And, everybody loves to be given to and blessed and stroked. Oh, you're the greatest. Oh, thank you. And in the back, my mom saying, look at this big head. But see, and God seen it when you didn't.
Yeah.
Because all you felt was the touch and the stroke, and it's at some point we will all have to come full circle with our actions. And even those people, like, you got the George Zimmermans, you got the people that it looks like they got away. No, they didn't. The O.J. Simpsons,
he's still getting it.
Look, all the people that looks like got away in our eyes, but that's why we cannot judge ourselves or one another, because we're always biased. And we're biased on what it feels like and that's not right. But the creator, and I'm saying the creator because I want to encourage everyone, all of our listeners, you don't have to believe like I believe. You don't have to serve who I serve. Right. Just long as you are in touch with who you feel is God to you, that's what matters.
And that's another thing. We always have to do that. And it's kind of like, well, I've had people, and I love saying it because it's predominantly white school. I love saying, oh, my dad's Muslim. And just to see their face. He is? Well, are you Muslim? I was like, I'm spiritual.
Right, right.
Because I'm figuring it out, you know. And but when I go to Black Studies and say, my dad's Muslim, really,
they embrace it. Yeah, they embrace it.
But when it's kind of like, what's the deal? Oh, we're Christian or we're Catholic. I don't
care what you are, honey. Just get to where you got to go. The moral of the story is, don't burn.
Yes.
That's it. And on that note, we love you.
We love you.
From SHE-PIPHANY here at 1690 AM. The one. And we're going to go out to some more of Galaxy's business. Skip one and then let the last two songs play. Go to 4 and let 4 and 5 play. And shouts out to all the mothers in the community who have lost someone important to you to violence. The last song is dedicated to you, all you mothers. We feel you. We love you. SHE-PIPHANY is going to be taking a small hiatus, but we will be back then. So we will let you know.
Good. We'll be back, but I got a lot of graduate work to do and
a lot of things going on.
We've got a lot of good stuff going on that we need to kind of
and so we're going to regroup and come back even better, but we will keep you notified. So once again, thank you for making us
Thank you. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Now here we are. Couldn't have did it without you. Couldn't have did it without you. It's real. You didn't knock it off. You didn't knock it off. Love you.
People say, girl, go ahead and walk away, but I'm standing on the promise until my dying day. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on, and I've been waiting for this love all my life. Hold on,
Montreal on the track.
I focus on the past, where would we be? Singing like her, do you really want me? Although so many loves have fallen apart, you're my booger with the sugar, you sprinkle love in my heart. People say, girl, go ahead and run away, but I'm standing on the promise until my dying day. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on, and I've been waiting for this love all my life. Hold on. Everybody out here, they think that they got this relationship thing figured out here giving out misinformation. I'ma tell you what the Bible says. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. So you may be going through something in your marriage or your relationship. Don't you understand that right now love is under an attack? But I want you to know that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. You heard me? I'm standing. I'm standing. See, you gotta be ready to stand for something, because if you don't, you will fall for nothing. So remember, no matter what's going on, keep standing. Keep standing. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on, and I've been waiting for this love all my life. Hold on.
Oh no, we need the next. It's been about 10 to 12 days or pages since I really have been able to come to you in this state. You know, able to keep it real with you as well as with myself. Today, I sat in a room with so many smiling faces. Some of the most happiest smiles you've ever seen. You would have thought the statistics came out. So, just to save face, I smiled back. Hey. But as usual, I was crying inside. Crying so hard that you would have thought that somebody died. Talked to a friend today, briefly, and we laughed out loud about old times. No, I doubt that she was none the wiser about my little hidden secret. I was very convincing. Kissed my husband early this morning before he left off to work, and I'm sure that all he had was love. I knew the loneliness way deep down inside. Was able to wave goodbye to the kids as they left for class. They were so eager to learn. Then finally, I made the time to pray and tell God all about it, and never had to hide anything, because nothing is hidden from Him. And on top of that, He made me, and He knows the things about me that I don't even know about myself. Suddenly, I felt a peace overshadow me and ease my mind. As I looked out the window, the sun broke through the clouds and shined its warmth on me. All I could do is smile and say, thank you. That was the highlight of my day. That was a nice thing to do, just to make me smile. You know how it is, having to meet the expectations and the needs of everyone around you. There just never seems to be a soft place for me to land. I am so glad that I'm getting closer to God, and that He draws closer to me. The things that God will do, He never ceases to amaze me. No matter what's going on behind the eyes of the world, I'm so glad that His eyes are on the sparrows, and I know, I really know that He watches over me. Thank you, Diary, for always being here, just to hear me ramble on and share some of my deepest thoughts and how I really feel. And most importantly, God, I thank you.
For me, when she said it, I was like, thank you.
Cause
New details know on street weekend homicide. Police say there were at least 2 survivors sitting in the backseat of the car with the driver. You are my sunshine. You are my sunshine.
Whose child has just been ripped away from her breast, Or if you've never seen the face of grief masquerading behind streams of tears and the slowly beating pulse of a mother's chest, then I know that you just refuse to feel, really feel another person's pain. Once a Glock hits your block, the family is never ever quite the same. Just too many statistics and just too many names. This right here will be the realest that I have ever wrote. This right here will be the saddest that I've ever spoke. This is the only time that I have ever choked. Most importantly, a generational curse that I've ever broke. No joke. And I speak this for the mothers across the land who cry and just don't understand God's final and master plan about the way that we are out here losing our sons. One by one, sentence by sentence, crime scene after crime scene, addiction by addiction. Yes, we are strong, but don't get us wrong. We shouldn't have to prove our strength under these types of circumstances. Haven't we been through enough? Slave ships, leather whips, cotton picking, segregation, molestation, abuse and rape, self-mutilation and self-hate, abandonment, food stamps, welfare, Medicaid, GED. Give the world all that we got, and then there are some who still can't see. Give them even more, and then death comes to rob us of our mentality. Do you think that we gave birth to you to watch you get up here and allow your blood to crib blue? We're tired of losing. We are tired of crying. Tired of praying that the phone don't ring in the middle of the night. We are tired of our sons out here dying. When we mothers cry, at the end of the day, it's us, and we cry alone. We cry alone. I wrote this hoping that this would reach all across my city, but don't stop there. I wanted to hit every city across the nation, and then every city across the world. I want this to reach down in the bottoms to the flatlands, then I want it to stretch on over to 40th Ave. I hope this hits those Miller Park gangsters, 29th Street, South Family, Victor Street, James Street, Projects, Lothrop, Deuce 4. And if you didn't hear me call out your hood, don't even trip, because I'm mad at you too. Rest in peace, Crayon, Dennis Jones, Bobby Ashley, Guillotine, Ricky Booth, Police, Ray Webb, GP, Gigi, Peeper, Dennis Johnson, Pierre, Otis Wyndham, Andre Wallace, Devin Pointer, Marquise Bryan, and Mac Henry, Tyrone Turner, Twig, Cue Ball, Grimace, Marcus Jackson, Hollywood, Little Man, Tory Liggins, Dale Gamble, Bobby Orr, Moochie, Roger, Man, Aaron Lofton, Antonio Talaferro, Kevin Hightower, Daryl Yates, Mandrell, Tickadoo, Edward Johnson, Tony Anderson, Lolo, Sammy Hodges, Dooney, Puka, Maurice Parker, Jerry Javon, Clayton Green, James Panther, Corey Bass, Max OG, Marcel Davis, Justin Gay, Anthony Ray, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Signing off the air. Be blessed.
So and I was just
that light through the day. For God is giving angels charge over you, and with that same trial, He has.
go to King saying we get it, you know. So where the money at? And we're
I'm ready.